Good morning, everybody. This is Alexander A. Manzoni, and we're doing the Manzoni in the Morning Show.
It's the Manzoni in the Morning Show. Manzoni in the Morning Show. Manzoni in the Morning Show. You don't know where you're gonna go. You don't know where you're gonna go, except somewhere you don't expect. I can't recollect what happened yesterday. Manzoni in the Morning Show, the only show you need today.
Oh, isn't that nice? Yes, this is the show where Alex gets up and says whatever the hell he wants about whatever the fuck he can think of. And there'll be some poetry and maybe a special appearance from a familiar character or two. Isn't that interesting? Yes. Now, today, it's a beautiful day in Spokane, Washington, which is where we are broadcasting from. Yes. And read a lot of poetry, do a lot of stuff around town, and I've been making some movies and writing a book called The Spokane Story, and it's a book about a father and son meth cooking team on the streets of Spokane, living in an RV, doing whatever the fuck they want. Isn't that interesting? Now, because it is a novel about the street and what's going on the street, that's what I feel it would be appropriate to get somebody from the street to weigh in on whatever it is they feel about the book and about whatever the hell they want to talk about right now. So, I'm going to cut over to my buddy, Mr. Rudy Rude Boy. How you doing today, Rudy?
Oh man, how am I doing today? Why don't I ask how you are doing? First of all, this is a good place to be. Thank you for having me on this show. This is a very good time, and I imagine that, we're going to get a lot done. Woo!
What do you have to say about the Spokane Story? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that kind of mirrors your own life. Do I got that right?
The Spokane Story. It's a book. And it's like books. I don't read a lot of books. I read them when I go to the library and I go to sleep. I put my head down on them and I kind of read a couple of the words on the page. You know what I'm saying? When my eyes are, everything's dancing around from all the things I've been doing. I smoke a little bit of meth, shoot a little bit of meth with a little bit of black in it. Makes you go sleeping, but you're also awake. So you're like this. Hold on, here's a book. You're looking down, you're like this. Oh man, I am reading a book. I am reading a... That's what happens every day, man. That's the kind of life we're living in here. No, but seriously, your book, Mr. Manzoni, it's a lot of truth in there. I see more truth in that book than I said the first time I watched Breaking Bad. I said, what is that science teacher doing with that guy, with that kid? He's still cooking meth. It's funny. At least in your book, it's more reality anyway. I see the reality. I walk around town all the time, and, the people, sometimes they're shitting in a doorway of an apartment, and then they're like, yo, man, can I come and use your phone? And I say, which one? I got like 20 in my pocket. And they're like, whatever one's got the best minutes. And I say, you better not get your hand grease on my fucking phone or I'm gonna cut you. I'll cut you again. And then they usually leave me alone because nobody wants to talk to a guy who's like this. You know what I'm saying? Except for other guys like this. I got a lot of friends. I got them. And they always come in and say, hey, Rudy, how are you doing today? Yo, man, can I get $1? No, Manzoni, no, I meant really, can I get $1?
I don't know where we find these people. You know what I mean? Alright, let's get away from that guy. Get away from that shit. time for a poem. Because that's what I do, and that's what I'm known for in this city. It's called Time to Rise. Time to rise. It is the morning, Sunday, awake at 5:30, boiling the water for coffee. French pressed. Waiting, contemplating life as I know it. Listening beyond the initial silence, beyond the whistle of the hot water pot to the low frequency rumble. The sounds of the city sleeping, waiting for the sun to arise in expectation of another new day, another new way, another new chance to live or to die. Time to rise. Time to welcome this day, an olive branch extended for peace. Not that we need any of that in our futuristic America. Not that we need humor either from tricksters, jokers such as I. No time for jests until prime time. Though keep thou querulous tongues from movement, for the Kardashians have come to town. That means they are on, and you had better stop flapping your gums and to keep your opinions to yourself. You have no idea what these celebrities have to go through for you. Though why should I care about them, about all of this plasticine, Botox, day-to-day madness? Keep your TV off, now turn your head and cough. Feel that pressure? 'Twas not me, 'twas something else up there entirely. Though not your head, for I watched it turn with my own eyes, except that apparently my eyes denied me, and the head you showed me, it was paper mache, and your real head was up your own ass this entire time. Time to rise, time to ask why, time to gaze up at the sky, to question the very nature of everything. Thank you for that. And that's a poem about waking up in the morning. I'm going to do something that might be a little bit more controversial, because controversy is a lot of fun. And then after that, we'll have my political conservative moderator, guest speaker guy, come in and weigh in on what I have to say about the president. Okay, this is called American Carnage. Porno President. Porno President. Porno President. Porno President. Porno President. Somehow more ridiculous than it sounds. All around, people are talking. Adult film starlets, they are going to get their day in the sun. NDAs going on for days. In what way are ye the morality president? Choice of the Christian right. Willing to look the other way to fortify their agendas and boot all the gay people out of the cake shop. Boot them out of the cake shop. Let's put a stop to this craziness. Powerful men, they love their bedroom degradation. Porno president, porno nation, pissing all over gold lame sheets. Beneath the stream be the American dream. More come forward, can't ignore their words. Their number, they be too many. Can't wait till they release the videos. Oh. What was that? What does Stormy Daniels have up her sleeve? NDAs going on for days. We're all waiting for our first glimpse of our bad daddy bedroom antics. Poor Melania. Why did you have to go and humiliate the first lady? All while she's trying to take on the online bullies? What? She doesn't need to hear about these scandals. A vandal upon the mind. Writing blind. Showcase of thine own imagination. Porno president, porno nation. Art thou the spirit Ron Jeremy sent to smash and crash and burn? There is piss all over the room. Doth it spell thou doom? A presidency it endeth soon. Well, I hope so anyway. So there's some controversial words there, indeed. I would imagine that some of you have a few things to say about that. Fake news, this or that, all the stuff you hear all the time. So I'm going to bring in our conservative, crazy moderator, guest speaker guy who doesn't know what he's talking about, but I'm not going to let him know that. He'll find out later when we air this. This is Billiam O. Jonesy from the Billiam O. Jonesy Radio Hour. How you doing there, Billy?
I've got a few things to say. First off, don't call me Billy. That is a name that is not mine. I'm Billiam O. Jonesy. Billy. Okay, not a great name for me. I am an American. I am a man who is very in touch with his feelings as a man, a conservative person, thinking thoughts everywhere.
I'm gonna have to ask you, what do you thought of that last poem?
Poems are for pussies, fucking little bitches and shit.
Wow. You are a real piece of work.
The only people who read and write poems are fucking English teachers, guys running around with fucking pleated pants, lavender color. They're saying, oh yeah, social change and all that. But when they get home, they're still fucking their mothers like the rest of us. Oh!
Well, that was hard to hear. I mean, what a guy. Mr. O. Jonesy. What do you have to say about the, the state of America today? And any ideas of how you can improve this country and this government as a whole?
I don't care. You think that we're a bunch of white nationalists just because we think that we need to defend our borders from the Mexican onslaught? They're coming from Guatemala. They're coming from Honduras. They're coming from anywhere they can to get in, take your jobs, rape your women, take your daughter, get her addicted to heroin, and then these liberals are gonna come in and bail them out, give them whatever they fucking want. And I think that's a disgrace. And I think I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this country back to the people, back to society, back to where we should be. Caveman, primal, yeah. People should be living as Americans, alright? And you going around saying that the president is some kind of degenerate makes me upset. I don't like that. America should not be that way. We shouldn't be doing that to our president and our executive branch. We do not do that. Do it for the veterans, alright? All those people who died in all those wars, all those Confederate boys who died at Gettysburg and Antietam and Vicksburg and all that. You keep writing poems, I'm gonna keep telling people why they shouldn't listen to them. You make me sick. You, Alexander Manzoni, you're a degenerate bitch. You're gonna die. I'm gonna have people coming to your house. Trolls, Twitter, they're coming. They're coming for your balls, Manzoni. Next time I come here, I'm gonna bring my AR-15 and I'm gonna let you know. I know you've said a few things about guns. And guns are good. Guns are a tool. You take it and you can do whatever you need with a gun. Alright? You're trying to take that from people. Take their rights. Take their lives. I'm not having it. Get me the fuck out of here.
Well, I've heard enough of that. So we're going to do a poem. Let's go for this one. And then I'll have Rudy Rude Boy weigh in on this next one. This is called The World Needeth Urchins. It is not even 5 in the morning. I am already up and writing poetry. Last night we rode into Idaho under the pale light of the big yellow moon. So low in the sky, the rain it turned to snow and then back again, eventually covering the sight of the revolving lunar satellite. Might I find thy mind wandering to and from these places, from there and back and there and back to there and back to Earth again, back to home. So close to Idaho state line and Washington Spokane, remember when I roamed this land alone? Hauling around duffel bags as would a doubly overworked pack mule drunk on earthquake malt liquor. Quick in the end of me and my liver, shivering in the dawn under bridge and in bombed-down alleys filled with human effluvium. That shit. Waste. Discarded skeletal syringes partially filled with congealed blood. Instead of a hit, it was a miss. If I ever find myself there again, may I remember the kiss of my lover. May she never suffer in the same way, shape, or fashion as I. May I try to change. I say it to society, to the city fathers. No, because the world, it needeth urchins. 'Tis God's will you stay the same, otherwise how would we explain to children that you can change, and more individuals so broken could in fact change themselves if given such a chance? Climb not this societal ladder, for there be no room at the top, or even the second rung for ye. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. You know, society, it still doesn't want me. That's the end of that poem. Interesting. So let's go with the man on the street, Rudy Rude Boy, and what he has to say about that. The one thing I have to say is that that poem you just read, it affected me, like inside of my bowels and genital area. You know, when you talk about time to rise, and it's like, you know, the world needeth urchins. You know, I mean, they do. Society needs people like me, like this guy right here, so that you have something to compare yourselves to. Wow, that is unbelievably coherent. You look at me and you say, hey, my day isn't going that bad. Look at that guy. And I say, man, I'm glad my life isn't that bad, because look, I could be like that guy over there in the Chevy Suburban, 8 kids, going down to the amusement park over in Silverwood, getting stuck on a Ferris wheel with all the kids yelling. The only kids I talk to anymore, the kids on the street, and the kids that come up on the table at night, they come up and when I'm hallucinating. Oh, is that right? I've been up for a week, no big deal. You come here, you do your shit, and you get out. But these kids, they come up on the table and they be like, oh, Rudy Rude Boy, what are you doing here? You need to stop doing meth, you know, because you're getting crazier and crazier. And I said, get out of here, you kids, get out. You are a really cool dude, Mr. Rudy. I'm having a bad day. I woke up this morning and I had all these chewed fentanyl patches. I get them off of Skip Scarborough. Don't tell anybody I told you. And he's all like, yo, man, and I get them and I chew them up and I get a little high off of that. I do that when I can't get heroin, can't get the pills, can't rob a pharmacy, can't go to a doctor's office and be like, yo, man, I'm taking this prescription pad. Yoink. But it doesn't make life easier. Life isn't easy on the street. Especially when you're doing things like I am. Know what I mean? Everyone's coming to me and they say that, you Rudy, I am a man. I'm in the street and nobody wants to talk to me. That's nice. That's really nice. All right, we're going to have to cut you off because you're going on about nothing as per the norm. Well, I hope to see you tomorrow there, Alex. It's a good time. I don't tell you very much. All right, for our next guest, we're going to have the controversial independent film director and producer, Mr. Guino Scugnilli. Thank you for having me on here, Manzoni. This show, you know, it's going places, I think. He's quite a character and the founder of the hashtag Fuck You movement, which he founded in retaliation of the hashtag Me Too movement, because he believes that all the people who are being alleged against are the real victims. Of course, I made the hashtag fuck you movement because of my buddies, guys like Harvey Weinstein, guys, my buddy Woody Allen, Charlie Rose, Louis C.K., all those guys. They're all guys who, they had a little problem down here, a little bit of blue balls, this and that. You're on the set, tensions get high, you whip your dick out and say, hey, you want to do something about this, huh? Before it falls off of me, my blue balls are getting like this, And then, they say they're okay with it. And then a few months later, I start getting summonses. I get served from a bunch of these lawsuits, these lawyers, progressive liberals coming around saying, oh, you said this to this actress. You said that you were gonna fire her and ruin her career if she didn't work your dong, from morning till night. Anytime, snap my fingers, you get on that dick. And that's what I say. And that's how you make a movie. How do you think the landscape of filmmaking has changed in the last year? The way the landscape has changed. Yeah, you gotta go around fucking like you're walking on glass all the time. Walking tippy-toe. Oh, did I offend somebody? Oh. Well, you know what? I offend who I need to offend. And yeah, I am the subject of multiple lawsuits. And yeah, I've been convicted as a sex offender. Good thing most of my friends haven't. Everyone just laid it on me because I'm the independent guy, I don't want to sign with any major motion picture studios because they're the ones who are going to tell me what to do. While I'm running my own thing, I can do what I want. As long as I can handle the lawsuits and all the bad press. What do you have to say to all the women who have been abused by people like Matt Lauer and Charlie Rose and guys, all going from the bottom all the way to the top up to the president? I ain't playing by your game anymore. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck all you people up. Fuck you too. Manzoni, you're a liberal motherfucker and I do not approve of anything you're doing. I don't know about this. You don't know how much a white man suffers. All of us out here, it really breaks my heart to know that no one here cares. They don't care. But that's your problem. Your problem. I'm Guido Scugnilli, and I can't wait to finish this movie, even if it kills me. Hey! And if you say a couple of the things that I told you in confidence, I'm gonna have to break your fucking legs. And then I'll break your kneecaps. Then I'll break your thumbs. Then I'll break your pinky fingers. Then I'll break everything else off of you. And maybe I'll break off your fucking dick and shove it in your fucking ear. How about that? Whoa! I'm just gonna throw my hands up right there and just end it. Because, this guy, what a fucking idiot. Next guest will be somebody who's a little bit better to have around. Actually, I'm not making any promises. For episode 2, there's gonna be something, it's gonna be crazy, and you're not gonna know what's gonna happen. Woo!